Good morning. I'm Allison with Black Dog Gardens and Nursery, and this is yoga in our home garden. We are on our patio this morning, which we did a little bit of a makeover on a couple of videos ago. So I've got all our potted plants behind me for this morning's yoga video. We've added a few new pots since creating the patio space or redoing it. We're still loving the begonias that we had originally and this irisine, bright pink, next to a pink cardinal flower. It's lovely to have the clementine on the patio, and I love doing yoga around it. And then Ken's brought a number of plants that we've taken out of another border where there are too many tree roots. So Persian shield and plectranthus and some brunnera. And this is where we'll be doing yoga today. So if that sounds good to you, grab your mat and let's do some morning yoga. Today we'll do a energizing practice. I woke up feeling a little bit low in energy, so we're going to do something that's mostly upright to build energy for the day, but also something that centers us. So we'll end with a sort of still posture. So take a moment to arrive on your mat. Roll your shoulders back and down. You can be seated however you like. And take 3 rounds of breath to center yourself. Come over into tabletop position. Hands under your shoulders, wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And bring your toes curled under. So we'll do a little bit of opening of our feet and work with the ankles to start. So take an inhale here with your toes tucked under. And then exhale, push your hips back toward your heels. Now, how far you go and how much weight you press back against your heels will depend on how the bottoms of your feet are feeling. I do this stretch a lot. I really like how it feels. It doesn't feel good for everyone, and it takes a little time to get used to it. So go to the depth that works for you, that feels good but isn't painful. Inhale back forward to your tabletop, and now untuck your toes and press the tops of your feet into the mat. Exhale, press your hips back again. So this is a little bit more like a child's pose position for your feet and your hips. And for me, there's a little bit of stretch having the tops of my feet pressing down like this. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale forward, tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, press your hips back. Feel that lovely stretch through your toes, through the bottoms of your feet. Inhale forward. Untuck your toes. Exhale back. One more time. Inhale forward. Tuck your toes. Exhale, press your hips back. Observe if you're getting a little bit more space with this repetition of the movement. Inhale forward. Untuck. Exhale back. A little bit of a stretch in our back and our arms as well in this movement. Now inhale forward, back to your tabletop position. Bring your hands slightly forward, tuck the toes under again, and press your hips up and back to downward dog. Take a minute here to settle into your downward dog and make adjustments as you need to. My hands are about shoulder width apart. My fingers are spread wide. My feet are about a fist's distance apart. You can bend your knees to try to get your hips a little bit higher. You really want to press down through your hands as you lift your hips up to the sky in this position. And then gradually let your legs straighten. Your heels are yearning toward the mat, but they might not touch the mat. Take a round of breath here in your downward dog. Deep inhale, full exhale. And on your next inhale, float your left foot up toward the sky. Three-legged dog. In this position, try to keep your hips square. You don't want to open our hips up to the side of the mat, to the left side of the mat. We just want to keep the hips square and lift the leg up. On the exhale, pull your knee in toward your chest and pull your foot up between your hands wherever it lands. You might need to give it a little bit of an assist to get it up between your hands. Then drop your back foot down to the mat so it's somewhat parallel to the back short end of your mat. Press down through the whole foot into the mat and cycle your arms up into Warrior Two. So in Warrior Two, our hips are facing the side of the mat. Arms are open up at shoulder height. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Sink into that front leg and breathe. On your next inhale, drop your back hand down your right leg and reach your left hand up toward the sky, reverse warrior. Exhale, sink back into your Warrior Two. Inhale, bend your front arm, let it rest on your front leg and bring your right arm up and then over your head. Side angle pose. You can use your left arm on your front leg to sort of pull that knee back. For me, the knee can collapse inward. When you want to open it up, you'll get more stretch in your hips. Inhale up, exhale, settle into Warrior Two. Let's do that round one more time, just to bring movement into our bodies. Inhale, drop the back hand, lift the front arm up. Exhale, sink back into your Warrior Two. Inhale, bend your elbow, drop it down to your front knee, reach your back arm up and over, side angle. Exhale here. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, settle into your Warrior Two. Take one more breath in Warrior Two. And then on your next inhale, cycle your arms down, lift your back heel, and pull your left foot up and back into your three-legged dog. Lower the foot down to the mat, downward dog. Good morning, doggies. From here, inhale, find your high plank for just a minute, then lower your knees down to the mat. Exhale, bend your elbows close to your ribs and bring your chest all the way down to the mat. Inhale, float your chest slightly off the mat. Take your gaze out in front of you. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, press your hands up to your knees and press your hips up and back. Warrior Two. Reset. Oops. And by Warrior Two, I mean downward dog. Reset. One round of breath here in downward dog. I'm going to do a quick reset and turn around so I can be facing you on the next side of our sequence. This time, inhale your right leg up, three-legged dog. Press back through that foot. Keep your hips square. Exhale, bend your knee, bring it in toward your chest. Drop your foot between your hands wherever it might fall, and then give it a little bit of an assist to get it up between your hands. Roll the back foot down to the mat. The back foot is just about parallel to that back short end of your mat. Your front heel is bisecting the back foot. Take an inhale and cartwheel your way up to Warrior Two. Take a moment here to settle into your Warrior Two. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. On your next inhale, drop your left hand to your back leg. Lift your right hand up and over, reverse warrior. Keep the bend to that front knee. The inclination is to let it straighten. Exhale, come back into warrior two. Inhale, bend your front arm. Let it rest on your front leg and bring your left arm up and over, side angle pose. Don't forget you can use this front arm to open up the hip a little bit more. Find some more sensation. Exhale here. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, settle back into your warrior two. Let's do that sequence one more time. Inhale, drop the back hand, lift the front up toward the sky. Exhale, back to your warrior two. Inhale, drop the front arm to the front leg. Bring your back arm up and over, side angle pose. Take an exhale here. Inhale, back up. And then exhale, settle into your warrior two one more time. Take one round of breath here in warrior two. On your next inhale, cartwheel your arms down, lift that back heel, and bring the right foot up to the sky, back to your three-legged dog. Lower the right foot down to the mat, settle into downward dog. Press down through your hands as you lift up through your hips. And then inhale forward into your high plank. Pause here for just a moment. Lower your knees down to the mat. And on the exhale, with control, bend your elbows, keep them close to your ribs, and lower your upper body all the way down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press through your hands, lift up to your knees, and take your hips up to the sky, downward dog. Take a round of breath here in downward dog. Deep inhale, full exhale. And then look forward and walk your feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press down through your feet, little bend to your knees, and reach all the way up. Little morning stretch. Exhale, lower your arms down. Come to the center of your mat. We'll close this sort of warming sequence, and I'm definitely feeling warm at this point, with some stillness. So we've built some energy, and let's harness that energy into stillness. So start in Tadasana, feet parallel and hips distance apart. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Engage your core, arms down by your sides. Pour your weight into your left foot and float your right knee up. Open up that knee to the side and rest your foot maybe against your shin. You could bring it up to your thigh. So we're headed into tree pose, but you can be wherever you feel comfortable being right now in tree pose. So that might be up here. That might be down here by your calf. You can even have your toes sort of resting on the mat while still getting that opening in the hip and the balance exercise. So choose the position that feels right for your body. You can bring your hands into your heart. Your hands can be by your sides. You can even lift them up like branches. Wherever you want to be, find stillness here in your balance posture. It helps to look at one point in front of you in the distance a little bit. Even out your breath. Use your breath to calm your body while it's doing this work of balance and stillness. On your next inhale, bring your hands to your hips. Keep your knee floated at whatever level it is and bring it forward toward the front. Exhale, lower it down with intention. Take a minute here, wiggle out your legs, let go of some of the warmth that was building up in your standing leg, and we'll move to the other side. So back to your Tadasana pose, standing tall, standing strong. Pour your weight into your right foot and begin to float your left knee up Now again, where you take the level of the knee is totally up to you. You can have your toes sort of resting on the mat when you turn your knee out to the side. You can bring your foot up to your calf, or you can bring your foot up to your thigh. So open up the knee to the outside, open up that hip, find the level that works for you, and settle into your tree pose. Again, your hands can be at your heart, down by your sides, maybe up, reaching like tree branches. Settle in wherever you are. Find that point on the floor or the ground out in front of you that can center you. And breathe. On your next inhale, bring your hands to your hips. Rotate that knee back to the front and lower it down with control. Shake out your legs, especially that right leg that was doing so much of the work there. And settle back into mountain pose as we close our practice. Take the energy we built in those more dynamic movements and the stillness we found in this final tree pose into the rest of your day. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.